on a Saturday morning, what better thing is there to do than to go to your CEO's residence in beautiful Carmel for some tips on leadership? Hello everybody, this is Monica Vasquez. Today I'd like to share with you my exemplary leader, Fred Amoroso. Today I will be going over Fred's thoughts on philosophy of leadership, his successes, the importance of relationships, charisma as a leadership trait, and then tie in my own thoughts and opinions on Fred and whether or not I would like to use any of his tools or techniques as I grow as a leader. Let's begin with philosophy. Fred believes that leadership is seeing through the fog and guiding others when no one else can. He believes that leaders know that they can and will make the right long-term decisions, and importantly, not being afraid of making mistakes along the way. In terms of leadership style, he believes in the empowerment of the workforce that supports a leader. I believe that because of the role he held in the company, which was a CEO, he was relatively hands-off, but neither him nor I characterize him as laissez-faire. He prefers to allow freedom in each individual's work style so that they are not hindered by how he wants things done. And finally, he tried to be available to employees no matter what position they held in the company. Three words that I believe characterize him are vision, empowerment, and relatability. As it relates to vision and leadership, Fred definitely had a vision, which reminded me of a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He stated that the difference between a dreamer and a visionary is that a dreamer has his eyes closed and a visionary has his eyes open. Fred's vision and determination led him to several of his successes. Let's talk about a few of them. While he was a CEO at then Macrovision, he looked at where technology and the market were going and did something that most CEOs would not do. He set out to acquire a company 2 times the size of the current business. This acquisition led to revenue almost tripling the size of the company that I was hired into. In addition, the stock went from roughly $17 a share to over $60 at one point. But most importantly, the reorganization benefited employees on many aspects. The company was doing great, and he took the energy and positivity and listened to what people wanted. The company designed a stock plan that had a 2-year look back, and employees were able to enroll into pay deductions for ESPP over and above that which other similar organizations allowed. We added a gym, cafe, and ensured that employee benefits were up to the standards that employees wanted and deserved. Although he saw these as his major successes, I also believe that he was successful as after he retired, he was the member of several boards across the Silicon Valley. In addition to his own successes, he was able to help others succeed, and much of this was by motivating others. He believed that with positive reinforcement, he could help build confidence in others. Once the team had confidence, he would challenge the team to push harder and go farther than they thought they could. And finally, he got out of their way. Once they were up and running, he didn't want to hinder their ability. Next, let's discuss what success really is to Fred. house or cars you have. Success is not something you can hold. It's intangible, a feeling. When you have done what you set out to do, you've succeeded. That feeling is better than a car, a house, or anything you can buy. Next, I dug into relationships and their importance on being a leader. When asking him what relationships are most important to him, he said, "All of them. Everyone has something to give." I also asked him how he looked to develop relationships, and he stressed the importance of spending time building trust with your colleagues and partners inside and outside the firm. Now, I want to touch upon the trait of charisma in leadership. When Fred would walk into a room, you felt his presence. When he opened his mouth, there was nothing to do but listen, because he knew what to say and how to draw people in. But is it necessary? No. Charisma is not necessary, but I remember his leadership to this day because of his charisma. Charismatic leaders are inspiring, but recall that Professor Ledbetter's video in Lesson 1 noted that charisma can be a slippery slope. Although Fred is a leader with a legacy of good, not all charismatic leaders act with the same integrity. Now for my final thoughts on Fred. As I mentioned, I worked under Fred for several years before his retirement, and he is one of the few people who has made an impact on how I wanted to grow as a corporate citizen. My first week in the company, he introduced himself to me and asked me if I wanted to take part in a special task force in the company, whose intent was to provide him insight to employees that were at lower ranks in the company. It was important because he listened to us, and in turn, we wanted to do the best we could to bring him and the rest of the company success. I would characterize Fred as a visionary leader who typically worked in a democratic style and looked to develop a social contract with his employees during his time as a CEO at Macrovision and then Rovi. Fred is driven, kind, charismatic, and even relatable. Fred, thank you for being you and inspiring people like me to always do better. Because of leaders like you, I believe that goals are not unattainable. Success is within our reach. We just need to be open and grasp it when it comes into our hands. After a day of catching up, asking questions, and recollecting, I drove back home and thought of what a great mentor he was. I'll leave you with this quote by Tom Peters. True leaders don't create more followers, they create more leaders.